Pisces. I wanted to come back and give you a little bit more information about your reading, because I just didn't feel like I was able to kind of get everything that I wanted to say across to you, because your reading was getting a little long. But I feel like I really just don't want to cut you guys short. So the other thing is, there was a money spell that was posted, and I don't know how many of you guys actually did the money spell, but if you did the money spell and you liked it and everything worked, it was fine, great. I did the money spell, it worked, but there was something about it that I just did not like, because I don't like the idea of trapping anything in, except for negative energy, in a jar or in confinement. So as I do with lots of other stuff that I do, I kind of tweaked it a little bit. So if you did the spell, you liked the spell, it was fine. It was one that I actually got from somewhere else, and I decided to do it, and it worked. But again, I felt like something about it in my spirit just was not letting me, wasn't letting me rest. So this is what I tweaked about the actual spell. So you can dig it up. So now, if you know, you should have marked this area that you put this in, and now you actually go dig it up. And so as you're digging this thing up, making sure that you do not damage it, you do not break it, you do not, hit it, bring it up. And so, and you're casting your circle. So if you're casting your circle, then you cast your circle. If you're doing whatever you're doing, so bless your area, cleanse your area as you normally would. And so now you're bringing this up. So this is the spell that I wrote that goes along with this. So ancient spirits from far and wide increase the energy of the items inside. This jar was sealed, then planted to grow. Now we open the jar for the energy to flow. Abundance and growth, north, south, east, and west. Blessings and favor, financial success. Now the jar is opened, and the honey shall flow. The money released, let it multiply and grow. Prosperity and wealth, allow our money to increase. Positive vibes and good energy as the contents are released. All this I ask with power and intent. My petition to heaven. It is done. It is sent. So after you do that, because you're opening up the container and you're letting the honey release and the contents, then you clean off the contents, the money, the stone, because everything should have flown, flowed out of the contents. Then you close your circle. You cleanse your items. And then the money, now you need to actually put it into rotation for something good. Like, because it's energy. Money's energy, so you're allowing it to flow. So either you gift the money to somebody or you spend it on someone. So it's like paying it forward. You're increasing the energy, and now allowing the energy to flow. And then you have a stone that has now been charged. So, and this is my stone here, because I did this already. And everything should be working like a charm. So that was one of the spells that I actually tweaked, because like I said, I don't really like the fact of any positive energy being trapped in any type of containment. So that was one thing. Also, Pisces, there's gonna be, what is that account called? I have a Udemy, and then I have a different account. But anyway, you can do subscriptions to these things. So I'll be posting some of the spells that I actually write, because I see people are asking me for them and they're inboxing me for some of them. And yeah, so I'll be either adding them to a subscription, or I'll figure out a way for, I don't know, there to be some type of donation towards somebody getting them, because, yeah, these are works that I do. And so either way, we'll figure out some type of way for you guys to see them. So if you do the subscription, then you have access to whatever spells that are in that subscription class or group. So I'll figure it out. The other thing, so I told you guys about some poetry that I ended up finding. And this is just like, this is like the story of me and this guy's life, me and my husband. So this is just one of the, Okay, so this is how it started. And I'll actually have these out soon too, because I'm trying to, I think I'm going to put together something, and then that way you guys can see this too, because this is like really manifesting your life right here. Okay, so it starts off like this. Dear God, Dear God, today I come before you, humble as can be, not sure really what to say, still down on bended knee. God, I'm thankful for your blessings, the love, the guidance, even the hard life lessons. I'm trying to focus so I can hear your voice, praying my pathway clear to always make the right choice. I pray, I fast, and I rely on you for support. I haven't always been the best, and many times I fell short. You never turned your back, you've always been there, through the heartbreak, the struggle, the strife, and despair. My life was a mess, I was falling apart, acting out of character, not being so smart. Disappointed with myself, where did I go wrong? Am I that far off God? Is that why this is taking so long? I'm supposed to be successful. My father's the king. No worries, no cares, none of the trouble life brings. I was blessed from birth, born with a touch of magic. My blessings, my curse, with age turned tragic. Power without knowledge, I was destined to fail. Digging my own grave, heading down a pathway to hell. Whatever I wanted, yep, that's what I did. Not really loving anybody wholeheartedly, except for my kids. I did what I wanted, and oh, I wielded my power. Time getting shorter by the days, by the minutes, the hours. God, I know you were watching, and I didn't make you proud. The cursing, the clubbing, the drinking, and being loud. I wasn't raised that way, or hold up, maybe I was. The alcohol fits, acting up just because. I'm supposed to act like a lady, and God, I know I was wrong. Forgive me, God, I'm sorry. On my knees, same old song. I used my talents for bad, just because I could. You probably wish you were wrong, but you already knew that I would. I was good, really good. I spoke it, it happened. The universe, my co-pilot. I'm the driver, the captain. I straddled the fence. I know that wasn't really wise. Lived in the light, but slept on the dark side. They had me, I could feel it. I was almost there. My heart, it was dark. About my life, I didn't care. I was gone like the wind, young and carefree, blinded by the sex, the drug life, the money. This wasn't the life that I wanted. I wanted to practice law. The funny thing about the life, the higher you climb, the higher you fall. Good at being bad and stirring up a crowd. I'm arrogant, I'm cocky, I'm a bitch, I'm proud. God, I know you were fed up, so tired with my behavior. I felt it, I'm alone. You turned your back, no more savior. So this is just, and this is not even all of it. This is just some of it that I'm reading because, like I said, I'm trying to get all of these things, you know, together. But this is funny, like reading this stuff, and like me and my husband were separated for so long, and then now seeing some of these things like in print and in my hands again seems so funny. So it's like without those other things that happened, like those glitches and those just all the energy, like some of these things I would not have found. And then it's just like learning some of these levels. Like one of the things that kept coming to me was like dark night of the soul, and it kind of reminds me of this reading. And I ended up going to look it up, and it's like it's like a learning time, a spiritual learning time, but it feels dark, it feels alone, it feels like everything is against you, like literally a spiritual warfare, the same thing that I'm telling you guys about. And what this is supposed to actually do is it's supposed to help you grow. It's supposed to help you in areas that you have fallen short. And so it's like you're feeling very spiritually depressed, you're just sluggish, your energies, like it's just a whole big thing. And if you're having those experiences, you kind of might need to go look some of these things up, because you have to figure out a way to bring yourself out of this. This is like now your realization, or now you really stepping up and becoming who you are. Because it's like the one thing when it's dealing with the love and the light and everything feels so good, and now you're being a teacher and you're guiding people, you know, into the light, or you're guiding people down this path. But it's like as you grow and as you step up more levels, it becomes more of a burden on you. It becomes more of a pull. It becomes more of a, like you start dealing with a lot more. So you're like really going within yourself. You're really trying to figure these things out. Because with me, it was like, okay, we're dealing with this whole merging of the lives and everything. We're dealing with this whole situation of being married. We're dealing with this whole situation because we're now like a month in, a little bit over a month in of now living together. And I would not change a thing. But I'm still like looking at this man like, how in the hell did you get here? Like, my life seems like a wormhole opened up, and I literally claimed the good parts that I wanted, that one thing, and now that has now set my life on a whole different path. And so now I'm looking at him like, I'm trying to figure out how to do this shit again, because we live a very good life right now, but there's another life, another level that I would like to, you know, climb. We're not financially set for, you know, eternity. We don't have like generational wealth at this point in time, and those are the things that I'm trying to build. These are the things that we're trying to, you know, figure out how to do. Trying to leave an inheritance and make sure that it's big enough to sustain several generations across. So it's like trying to figure out how to not rely on the system, but at least be able to coexist and work in this system. Because now you're very spiritually awake. Now you're not asleep anymore. So now you're realizing a lot of the things that are actually really happening, like the amount of energy and amount of magic that goes into some of these things. So Pisces, some of these things are like very draining also, like when you're trying to figure this out, and it's like having to go in 5 million different directions. But as you guys know, with everything, it's like we have the Two of Cups. No matter what level you're at any given time, like if you have everything, all the money in the world, everything, you're still going to deal with money, because people will be coming for your money. You're still going to be dealing with relationships, because either you're going to have kids, you're going to have a spouse, you're going to have something. You're not going to seclude yourself because you have to be around these people, your business partners or whatever. So you have love to deal with. There's certain things that we have in life that are just destined to be. So no matter what level you're on, or what cycle you're in, and that's one of the things, realizing what cycle and what phase you're in. Because again, some people will get out of this one dark night of the soul, the spiritual depression, and then they'll go back into another one. Because you can have many depending upon what you're dealing with. Like if you're not learning at the rate that God thinks you're supposed to be learning, or your spirit feels like you're not learning, like you're going to continue to keep going through these things. So you need to learn or figure out what is causing, you know, what's happening here. Something's not right. You can feel it. You know something's not right. Okay, so the Two of Cups symbolizes partnerships, soulmates, mutual attractions, like things that are meant to be, soul bonds. This person helps you become a better person. So this connection to this person, this connection in this relationship or in this situationship is meant and designed to make you better. Spirit, clarify the Two of Cups. So Pisces, at this point in time, there's somebody that maybe you're connecting to, and it could be, you know, a friendship. It doesn't have to be a love type of relationship, but there's a bond, and this person is supposed to make, or because if you're the person that came into this person's life, you're in each other's lives, you are supposed to make each other's lives better for a reason. Spirit, clarify the Two of Cups. And there was I have one of the poems that I actually wrote and ended up, I'm looking at it and now it's like a spell, because this is one of the things that I was telling you about as far as me and my husband is concerned. I never realized that I bound myself to this man many years ago and did not know. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is committed to the truth. They're focused, they're driven, they're ambitious, they're action-oriented. It's like they're on a mission. They're driven to succeed. They're fast-thinking, they're assertive, and they are aggressive at getting what they want. The only thing about the Knight of Swords is they don't fact-find. Like, they don't fact-check. Like, they just rush head on in, and then they figure out, oops, I should have checked. So maybe this person that you have met, Pisces, or maybe this new connection that you are around, there's something that is maybe going to be difficult or challenging about this person. But you're going to have to learn how to, you know, you're the soul bond for this person. So that means you're going to have to pull this person up. You're going to have to tell this person when they're wrong, Pisces. They're just charging in all aggressive, and you need to be the person, or if this is you, Pisces, they need to let you know that you're wrong. Spirit, clarify the Four of Swords, please. And Pisces, this is the other thing. On whatever this platform, the other thing, I forgot what it is. You'll have, so you're getting this now, but next time it'll be attached to that, and it'll be like for the monthly subscription. So I think it's like $5 or something. And you'll have access to all, whatever the spells are that are in there, and whatever the readings, the extended readings are that are in there. Spirit, clarify the Four of Cups. And there's a lot of information that I have been putting together for you guys. Like, it's been, like I said, I've been learning. So I've been MIA, but I'm not MIA, and I've been MIA and working on this merge. If you guys are doing the same thing, if you're working on going into 2020 right now, make sure everything, your messes are cleaned up, Pisces. Clean up all your messes right now in 2019, so that way you can go into 2020 free and clear. Spirit, clarify the Four of Swords. So if you're still merging with a person, Pisces, then now would be the time to get all of this stuff cleaned up. This is clarifying the Four of Swords. So apparently, Pisces, you're tired from whatever this battle is. The Five of Wands is like competition, struggles, challenges, disagreements, too many opinions, tension, and disorder. And then you have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like gaining knowledge. Gaining knowledge about the world around you. Seeking your own truth. So you're meditating, Pisces, and maybe you're trying to figure out about yourself. You're asking lots of questions, experiencing positive change and forward movement. Exploring a new way of thinking, a new idea, or a new perspective. So while you're over here meditating, Pisces, that's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about maybe something that has something to do with some type of confusion, some type of competition, some type of challenge, or some type of disagreement. Maybe the disagreement is with like your go-to person, the Queen of Cups person. The Queen of Cups is like the nurturing person, intuitive. So maybe this is like a mother, daughter, or family type of dispute. And whatever it is, it's been draining your energy. It's been draining your power. But you're trying to come up with different perspectives about it, Pisces. You're trying to figure out like how to coexist with these people. So maybe there was some challenges. We just had couple holidays go past, and we have some holidays coming up. So Pisces, maybe if there's a conflict between a mother and daughter, or a parent and a child, or something that is pertaining to the family, it's been very draining on you, and you need some rest. You need to back away from these people for a little bit. Spirit, clarify the Devil. It's like it's been very overwhelming. So back to this spell. So I had, okay, we have clarifying the Devil card. We have the Hierophant and the Emperor. Two men. Emperor is structure, power, rules, control, dominance. The Hierophant is like professional institutions. So it's making me feel like somebody is either free from jail or somebody's about to go to jail, or military. So one or the other. Both of them are where you're restricted, or you're feeling like you're restricted because you signed, well, jail, you're definitely restricted. But in the military, you sign a contract to be there for a certain amount of years. This person is being taught some lessons, or they're learning something. So, yeah, I'm feeling like military or jail, or somewhere where there's like, you can't leave. Like, once you're in, and I don't want to say this because we don't promote this either, but maybe it feels like a gang, like an older person, an OG, having a conversation. They're telling you that you can have a better life. So, like, they want you to leave. Or you're gaining knowledge, like, about... You're coming up with a new plan. Like, you don't want to be bound to whatever these things are. So maybe somebody that is either in one of these locations, now they're changing their mind. They don't want whatever this situation is. They don't want it. They want something different. Spirit, clarify the Hermit. Okay, yeah, this is love. I said this earlier in your reading when I was doing it, that it feels like an old person wants to come back. It's like they're trying to say they're sorry. They are different, and now they want love. It's like they felt like they've seen God. There's a higher power that's been involved in their life, and now they want back in. But like I told you earlier, Pisces, it feels like something's still not right about it. Something's still not right about the situation. So, I mean, maybe the person... I don't know, Pisces. It's like they're looking for something, and it just feels like, to me, like they think you have it. Okay, this is self-satisfaction. So, the Nine of Cups. This is also like saying you have achieved something, Pisces, with your money, or you're trying to achieve this, because it has temperance here and it also has a star, like optimism. So this card feels like, to me, like you are, how can I say this? It's like your wish card, wish fulfillment, emotional and physical. So it's like you want to be proud, or you are very happy about the choices that you have made, Pisces, I guess, when it comes to your relationship or your emotions. So you've been dealing with your emotions and you feel very proud. Like it's been a little journey. You've been being patient. You're very optimistic about it. But now you're getting to the point where you're feeling like you're really learning. You're really trying to embrace this thing. And this also should let you know at this point in time, Pisces, you don't want to experience this like alone. You want to be able to deal with or enjoy this with other people. So the things that you're learning, you want to be able to share them. You're very optimistic about sharing it, you know, the information with other people. Maybe it's like a feeling like you just got so much to say, you don't know where to begin. You're just trying to get it out. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Swords. Oh, and I keep going back to this spell and then the cards keep coming out. So again, I read this spell that apparently I was, you know, being funny one time, and I wrote this paper, and it pertained to things that were happening with me and him at the time, and it turned out to be a joke. But now, as we're looking at it, and now that I'm reading it, it's like I did a binding spell to me and him and never realized that while I was playing around, I was literally intertwining our lives, and I didn't understand, or I didn't even see it until now. And it's funny how some of these things are resurfacing. So I don't know if you're, you know, on the same path that I'm on, and you're like now involved with your twin flame, and now you guys are merging your lives, and now you guys are, you know, So this is funny. This is like nostalgia. It's like the six of cups. So it's like nostalgia and thinking about things of your past. Like childhood, becoming, embracing your inner kid. That's what it's like. And so like part of with me and him, it's funny because now I'm saying things to him like, you know, playing music loud in the house and, you know, just having fun. But when you were younger, you couldn't play music in your house. But now we're, you know, together and I'm looking at him and it's just so funny because we kind of are still so stupid and giddy and, you know, laughing at each other or just smiling and everything. So we're like still in the love phase. And it's just so funny that now I'm saying to him like, you're not a kid or I'm not a kid, and now we're full adults, but it still has like this little childish like thing behind it, and it's just so cute. But either way, Pisces, we're learning, we're glowing, we're growing, and for some reason I still feel like I have not told you guys everything, but as I am getting these things together, I actually have an Anchor account, my podcast. Please, guys, go subscribe there. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. There's a couple conversations there already, but there's going to be a lot of good stuff there. And I'm just trying to figure out how to merge all of these things together. The other funny part is, the other lesson we were learning is like some things you're trying to merge together, but then some things you're trying to detangle. So I had to write a spell again about detangling things because it's like it's easy to tangle things up or get like, okay, so for instance, the thing that I was working for you guys is on my son's computer, and it would be as simple as probably maybe getting him to send it, you know, via email, but probably the file is going to be too large or it's just going to be some bullshit behind it. But either way, when he's home, he's like my personal assistant, so he gets paid for this job. And so there's a lot of stuff that he puts on his computer. And now that he's on vacation, he has to go on vacation away from me, guys, literally. So he's on vacation for a week. He went to Florida, to Miami, and now I can't work on that particular thing. So then I'm like trying to, you know, work on something different. And then so my computer has some things on it. His computer has some things on it. And so these things we would like to still keep interconnected, but be able to work on them individually. So now we have to figure out a way to detangle some things, and even like being in old situations over here, even trying to separate my life from that old person or that old energy, because I kept feeling like that was coming back as well. And my husband, he's so very good at some of these things. I think he should really think that I'm weird, but he doesn't. And he's like, okay, so we'll have to just go through and clean. Oh, that was the other thing. Ammonia. Negative energy. Like, I cleaned everything with ammonia. So even the things that I was doing magic on, I closed out all the magic. Like, everything that I was dealing with, I closed it all out. Cleaned everything, wiped everything down with ammonia, and it just gave like a totally different feeling. So maybe try that, see if that helps, see if that works. Definitely look for protection symbols, guys. These things are needed because right now you're dealing with your spirituality, and as you go further into this, there are things that start to say, oh, you're having a little awakening over there, huh? So let me see if you really are about this life. So just remember to, and this walk is basically yours. Like, I'm sure there's places that you can go, that you can learn some things and this, that, and the third, but you're still going to have to learn to develop yourself. You take the lessons and you continue to just move forward. So Pisces, along this journey, you're going to see many things. Just be sure that this is what you want. And be careful about like doing, listen to the words of some of the spells, like the things that you're finding offline. Listen to the words and just make sure that those things are things that you want to be putting out into the universe, into the energy. So Pisces, this is your reading. If it resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. If it doesn't resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the post bell so you can get alerts when videos are posted. Remember to go and subscribe to my Anchor account, my YouTube, my Twitter. Well, you're at YouTube. My Twitter, my Instagram,